Yeah.
My God.
I know, right? Hello, and welcome to Behind the Duvet. Today I'm joined by the cast and some TTers from Molly, number one. I'm Abby Louise, and I on the camera. Abby Louise, and I wrote and directed this audio. Chelsea.
Hello, my name is Chelsea, and I play Molly.
Hey. Emily.
My name's Emily, and I play Ashlyn.
Fraser.
My name's Fraser, and I play Mr. Green.
Mm.
Boo.
Boo. Vanessa.
Oh.
Hi, my name's Vanessa, and I play Fionnuala, Molly's mummy.
She's the mammy. So, Chelsea.
Hello. Yes.
Right. How should we go about this? I'm trying to think.
On a
Oh,
scale of 1 to
Should
10.
we-
The very beginning.
Start from the very beginning. So, Molly started off in Before Vastra 1.
Yep.
Where Chelsea was cast not knowing that this thing would lead to spin-offs and several more appearances in other episodes of Paternoster Gang and probably Tusks, let's face it.
Enter the Dark Horse.
How's it feel actually showing that backstory? Because it's only really touched briefly in Before Vastra 2. How did it feel when I was like, I'm gonna write you a spin-off?
I was just honestly, I was like, "What? What are you doing? You miss me?" And I was just like, I didn't expect, because I love Molly as a character, I really do, and it's only been like ever since like Molly has been like my first character since I've been in TT. It was the one I was casted into, and then I joined this whole clan, and now seeing it like happen, that we're getting the wee backstory, we're getting a history, we're getting, answering the questions of what's actually happened. Oh, you can already tell I'm just absolutely emotionally.
I hasten to add that we just finished listening to it, and we all cried.
Yep.
We had a moment of composure, but yeah. So my brain's gone all to kaput because emotions.
Because tears.
Tears.
Reboot,
because
reboot,
tears.
reboot. Zip.
So, Emily.
Yes.
Technically, this was your first TT production.
This was my first TG production, yes. And anybody out there listening, I'm not actually Northern Irish. Yeah, it's a good one to be starting with. Yeah, very good. Yeah, just saw you casting on Twitter. I was like, oh, Abby, I'll slide into your DMs. I was like, hello.
I didn't see DMs. So I can do an Irish accent. Hi.
I was like, hello.
I will say we did have quite a lot of people, including Vanessa, audition for Aisling. But in my head, we've said this, she was basically Michelle from Derry Girls. It's like
She's just
Emily,
like an 18th century, 1800s version of
Michelle from Derry
Yeah.
Girls. And literally she came along and I was just like, that's Michelle. So like straight away, and then I was like, Chelsea, meet Emily. She's going to play your bestie.
Hi, bestie.
Hi, Bessie.
And Vanessa, this is also your first TT audio.
It is. It's been great fun. I also am not Northern Irish. Yeah, it was really good. Really good challenge. Fun part to play. Playing the mean mammy.
Let's play the baddie straight in.
Yeah,
Straight
and
in.
it's been amazing to watch Chelsea work. I have to say, I've learned a lot. Been
It's going to
incredible.
start her off again.
Everybody's fantastic, but yeah,
How did
it's
you
a great
find it
character.
doing? Have you done audio dramas before?
No, I've done sort of online acting collaborations and recorded audio over the top of videos and things, but not in this setting.
How
It was
did you
brilliant doing it, being able to see everybody, being able to see the characters and the rehearsal process and then film it, recording
Recording
it
live together.
Yeah, that was
Actually
great.
acting with people. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one thing. There's the scene where it's just the Ronan and the mum. You know, the one where she's like, I don't want them to grow up. And I love that scene so much. You and Chris done it so well. Like, speaking of chemistry, like things, I got Emily and Aidan, who plays Finn, in to do like a chemistry, like to see if they worked together.
Yeah, we did.
Just a wee compatibility test.
Yeah, compatibility.
Just a wee one.
Literally, like if obviously we always say don't listen to these until you've listened to the audio. If you listen in the background of the shot on the beach when Molly and Cahill are on about like, are you going to join the Navy, all that bit, and in the background it's just Emily and Aidan ad-libbing, and it's the funniest thing.
Right.
It's like she's going on about, he's like, oh yeah, we'll have loads of children. She's like, will we now? Who's going to look after these children? He's like, yeah, well, it'd be nice to have loads of children, but who's going to look after these children? It was so funny. All in the background, like, love a
All done in
background.
one take, just
Brings it all
pure
to life.
Yeah,
improvisation.
just pure improvisation.
It really just brings them all to life, doesn't it?
Fraser,
Hello.
Baddie Mark 2.
It was, I tell you what, it was a really fun role to play, but it was not comfortable to listen back to. It was unpleasant, I think, for everyone.
If in doubt, put a ticking clock in the back of a shot.
Oh, that was really powerful.
Yeah. It was,
I do it with a lot. If you listen to the Before Vastra stuff, a lot of the Mr. B scenes, which are supposed to be like ew and intense and slimy, and a lot of his scenes have got ticking clocks going on in the background. So it's just like tense.
This is so Mr. Bean, Mr. Green.
Bean.
That's a slightly
Changes
different
the
story.
context.
Really throw an accent out of this.
I don't know, Blackhead is quite horrible.
Oh,
So Mr. Green is basically proto Mr. B then.
Basically, they are on the same kind of level. Creepy.
It's just uncomfortable, that scene. It just makes you like, yeah.
It was just like,
Well,
"Ugh,
literally, whenever I was hearing back to it, I was just like, I don't like it.
stay away.
The ticking clock made it even worse.
yeah.
The thing is, because I asked Fraser if he would play this part, and he was like, how should I react to the fact that you want to play me to play the creepy abortionist? And I was like,
That's how I'm going to be remembered. And
It's the
Just
creepy
like
abortion
another
man.
day, another day in Abby's messages. So, do you want to play this creepy slimy turn?
I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, because this is your second TT, isn't it? Because you were in Scarlet.
second
And-
released, yeah.
Yeah, second released. Yeah, because you were in Scarlet and Chelsea killed you in that. So
Nom nom nom.
nom nom nom.
Hey,
It's karma.
Yeah, it's getting his
Fra-
name back.
Fraser's just like the non-who go-to of TT. Like, we have another non-who. Would you like to be in it? Yes, please.
Yeah.
The
Love
mini
it, man.
accents of Fraser Kelly.
keeping it in mind.
Yeah. Thank
So,
you.
as I said, we've just listened to it. Grace.
Oh, I don't want
How did you find the first of probably 3 Molly stories?
Absolutely amazing and very disturbing. It's a very mixed, balanced audio.
Zach describes Before Vastra, which is kind of the sort of genre this is also set in, as emotional whiplash.
Mm-hmm.
That is very much.
And I was went up because I went through this script before this, and the entire time I was thinking, oh my god, this is hitting like a brick, and really this time around it still hits like a brick every damn time, and BV and Molly just hits like a brick, and it works so well.
You know for a fact, just like, oh my god, this scene is so, oh no, that means it's gonna be like a like
there is no happiness without misery. And that sums up
Yeah,
Molly.
I've written it.
Oh, do you remember me? Do you remember me saying to you, Abby? I got halfway through that scene after the honeymoon. I was like, "Oh my god,
I'm dead."
Aye.
She was like, "Whose funeral is this? Oh my god, it's my funeral."
I was like, "Aiden, we're dead."
And from that point on, bam, bam,
It
bam.
is, isn't it? Yeah.
The
Yeah.
whole of the second
It's like
half
the
was just
catalyst
misery.
for
Yeah.
downhill.
As soon as Mammy says, "What baby?"
Oh
Mm.
no.
From that moment
Wow.
onward.
Literally, it was like, see, with the hard hitting scenes, especially, like, especially the scene with like Molly and her mammy and stuff like that. Like, one text, man. That's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like some of them is just like, you won't get the same emotion the second time round,
No.
and you just need to just record
Just
and
go in
let.
and
And
do it.
obviously, me, I was sitting here with a pile of tissues when I was recording, and I could literally the tears were covering my eyes. I couldn't see my phone, couldn't read the lines. I was like, ah.
But you wouldn't have. I know we always do this in Behind the Duvets. We always bloody do it. But you wouldn't have had the same kind of
Definitely
emotion
not.
in that scene if you'd just sent your lines in.
Yeah, 100%.
Very true.
100%.
You would not have
need
got
people-
anywhere near as emotional.
You definitely need like the person with you, especially that tension as well between Molly, her man or dad, like literally, oh, just the tension you needed to have somebody to act and react with you, because honestly, I'll tell you this now, I was terrified. I felt like I was literally getting bombarded by my mat. It was terrifying, but that is what you need to have that person with you to like bounce off. And oh god, I was shaking and everything.
I will
during
say
that
this
recording.
though, I at the end of that recording, it's just Vanessa going, "I'm sorry, Molly, please don't go away. I love you, please stay."
I didn't mean it.
I'm sorry, Chelsea, don't
Too
go.
late, mommy. You've already done it.
Jim,
God.
Yes,
so Jed made the music for this.
I know.
Please big up Jed for us.
I mean, what? I mean, I'm speechless with his music. With Jed, obviously he's got a lot more experience, and the fact is that when you're doing music, when you're listening to music, for me, it's all about the emotions. You could put a simple track on, and it just adds a little bit of something.
Bank of the
What I
Roses.
feel, yeah, what I feel that Jed has done is that he's really taken the story, and whatever Jed does turns to magic. Really, it turns to pure gold. His music is, to me, he does better music than I do. So I would wish I could.
He's qualified though, Jim. You've
know.
purely learned as you've gone along. Like,
Yeah,
I love the fact that like you got like the Mammy theme. And it's just like, oh my god, that music's back. It's just like, oh
That's
no.
a good sign of a conductor, and that's a good sign of someone really good composer, is that you put the themes and you put the compositions together with certain scenes, or it's what we. I'm going to be a bit typical.
What? He's an award-winning like.
Oh well, as an
composer.
award-winning no.
Ah.
I was award-winning for Paul Bastra,
Yes.
and for Venus Flint. But the great thing is that when you have certain themes and they're starting to play, it is a foreshadowing of things to come, and you can totally do that with people and with music, with themes and everything like that. So yeah, no, it's just I think the music of what he can do is absolutely amazing. I honestly, I just wanted to know. Yeah, I mean, I would love to do that type of music
You'll get
at his
there.
level.
You'll
I'll get there.
You'll get there. It takes time. You'll get
It
there.
takes
Okay,
time.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's brilliant.
Can we just big up the fact that we casted Alieri Tori as a 15-year-old girl as well?
Yeah.
Best
When
casting ever
Brilliant.
made.
When we were listening to that, and I heard her, and then you said that's Alia, and I was like, wait, what?
It's
scene. I
Oh
love
my
the
god,
flower
yes, the
scene.
flower scene.
I just absolutely love that scene, and the embroidery scene that just gets me every time.
So
It's
I'm
like you'll
getting all
get sent.
excited.
You'll get sent round to Farther Bennican. Well, Ashley,
Actually,
well,
yeah.
we'll really enjoy that too.
I will say this. This is one thing that I like about writing Irish people, which I will say Chelsea has said I can write Irish people well.
Yeah,
considering
can
I've
we
never-
just big up the
very well.
writing,
Yes,
please?
I've never been to
Because
Ireland. God,
that's
thank
what
you.
makes it so easy to perform. and
Irish
brilliant.
people will say the funniest thing in the most awkwardest situation. Like they will break that, like the egg line.
Aye.
I look like an egg. Like that's one thing I love about writing Irish people is they always have that level of humor even in a really, really shitty situation. Do you know this script? Oh, how long was I writing?
You
Molly?
worked with this for a long
Yeah,
time.
you've had this in the
I remember
works
you
for a
talking about
while.
you were talking about this like earlier this last autumn, I think, weren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to think because that's before I think this came about at the end of BV4, which was December.
Yes, around there.
So you're talking like 7 months worth of me kind of dipping in the script and dipping back out again, and then like it's been one of those ones that I've just kind of fallen back on, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. Meanwhile, Molly 2 took me a week to write.
Oh wow!
When the ball rolls.
It's just rolled. It's just
Yeah.
rolled. I think the thing with Molly 1 is I wanted to get it right for Chelsea. Purely because you've got to think of like, fair enough, in Before Vastra there's 3 other match girls, and she's not the lead. Jenny's the lead. The whole point of that story is it's supposed to be focused on Jenny. But there's a scene in 2 when they're all talking about, like, they're all drunk and they're all talking about their past, and Cahill says the whole Molly looked like an egg and all this stuff, and from there it was just like, I need to give this girl more of a story. I say, but the next half is all London bound, so it's very much back in Before Vastra, working at the Match Factory once again because Molly is a match girl.
So it's going to
Dun,
be
dun,
more
dun, dun,
emotional,
dun.
lads. Just
Back in
letting you
familiar
know, just a wee
territory.
warning.
Back in familiar territory with
Just a wee
familiar
warning.
characters.
Dun dun
Oh,
dun dun
yes.
dun 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 dun.
Literally, like, I love the fact it's like, because a lot of, I will say this, I will talk a little bit about Molly too, I won't say too much, but a lot of the characters in that are from Before Vastra, apart from one who is being played by Vanessa, so she's going to be introduced into the Before Vastraverse, like, but yeah, Molly, there we go. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Thoroughly.
Loved it.
Yeah, I did.
Loved it.
Absolutely beautiful
Absolutely.
audio.
A
Incredible.
beautiful masterpiece.
I'm trying to think of who else we can mention. Like, obviously Chris Walker Thompson as
Me da.
Star.
Brandon did well.
Yeah, Brandon.
Brandon.
Yes, Brandon.
was
Yeah,
brilliant.
no, really
Brandon
huge props
as
to Brandon.
Cahill, 100%. Like, I love that scene. One of the first scenes that this is the thing this is one of the reasons why I tend to have Chelsea and Brandon work together, is because they have that level of, like, they work on the same kind of stream. And one of the first scenes they done together was when he pushes her in the sea. And it was just like perfect. Like, oh God, I'm just getting the cast list up so we can big everybody up.
Aidan, my husband. Yeah.
Aiden,
Matt
Oh
Murray.
yeah, oh boy, Aiden.
right boy, love a bit of
Aiden.
Aiden.
Mm.
Of Aiden.
So he played Finn. Did Jed.
Yes,
Jed.
it
He did the music, but then he also played Ben. I do feel so sorry for
Hello,
Ben.
Ben. Bye, Ben.
Bye, Ben. But in
Ben.
my head canon, he gets with Brie.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
they'd be good
Like
together.
100%. You could just see
Yeah.
Molly's mom being
Okay.
like, "Go play with Brie now. Go on."
30 or 40 years
Yeah.
later, he became calm.
Well, you're a good Christian boy, aren't you, Ben? Oh, well, you're close enough to a priest, I guess.
uh,
Name begins with a B,
Vanessa, Alia, Fraser, Joshua Duffy. He was
Father
so
Bennigan.
much like a priest. It was ridiculous. He auditioned and I was like, well, that's a priest voice. Like, I think my only regret with I feel like if this was written without Molly as a lead, we would have seen more of Brie and Father Bennigan.
Yeah.
Oh, can we just
because
write
obviously-
another story?
Yeah, that was just like the
Yeah.
spin-off.
The spin-off of the spin-off. Return to Port Stewart.
A spin-off of the spin-off.
No, do you know how tempted? I'm not even joking.
It
Do
is
you know
very
how
tempting.
Do you know how tempted? No, I have been to do a Mammy backstory. So
yeah.
tempted because I don't feel like she's as clean as a slate as you think she
The
is.
la-
Mm,
A whole
100%.
spin-off called Port Stewart.
Sports Stewart.
Yeah.
Mammy's got a dark backstory.
Oh, obviously I wrote her. Of course she does.
Yeah, of course.
And
They
then, of
No
always
one
course-
has a happy life in this universe.
And then, of course, the last person we need to mention is not. I've got to call him his actual name, Matt Barrett.
Yeah.
Strax.
Hey.
Strax not
Strax.
playing Strax.
Well, actually, I think he's literally just about if he's in the waiting room, I believe.
Yeah, he is. I'm not going to bring him in purely because we've listened and he'll be like, "What's going on?"
Emotions, my
Spoilers.
good sir. Emotions.
But he was Aiden in the final scene, doing his little wee Irish accent with his dog, random dog. So yeah, I had fun casting this because we cast a lot of people out. So we got a lot of new people in, like Vanessa, as an example here. So yeah, anybody got anything to add about Molly O'Neill / O'Connor, because everybody's name begins with O.
Mine doesn't
Yes.
actually. Ashley
Yours is
Kelly.
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 all I'll say, all I want to say quickly is, I said recently on a call that I want to be going into this and I want to cry during this, and I will say this: I successfully was in tears as well as the rest of us, and genuinely I don't think that would have been possible without Chelsea's marvelous acting.
100%.
She's
Yeah.
an absolute gold star of talent.
Yeah.
There's a reason why she's the lead. Like, sorry.
She performed her fucking heart out.
Here we
with
go.
that.
She's off
You
again.
set off
There we
again,
go.
look.
She has the heart. She has the heart. She has the soul. She puts it always into
I
Molly.
will
Yeah,
say
man,
this.
yeah.
This is one thing that I absolutely adore about you, Chelsea. Like, the dedication that you give to Molly is crazy. And this is one of the reasons why she keeps popping up. It's because I know you get so much of a joy acting her, and like you and Molly are so inseparable now. It's actually ridiculous. You know, I love it.
Yeah.
I just
And on
wanna
that
say
note-
thank you for everybody for your kind words and joining us in this wee adventure, you know. And I honestly, the talent that is in this room, for the talent that people have brought to this story, honestly, you should definitely give yourselves credit because you're absolutely unbelievable. I couldn't imagine having this story without anybody else in it and without have Abby writing it. Like, big fucking claps to Abby, you know.
Yeah. Beautifully written.
On that note, I'm going to go and cry now.
Okay. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. There'll be a new Molly in a few months. So yeah.
Due course.
Due course, yeah. Bye. Thank you.